Hello everyone, welcome back. So this time we're talking about acceleration in this normal tangential coordinate system. So let's try it out and see what it goes. So our acceleration, as always, is going to be the time derivative of our velocity. Now we want to do this vector form so we can see all the components. So we take the time derivative of our vector form. What it would be is, well, my velocity right here, this is the magnitude, and it's being multiplied by the unit vector t. You're like, okay, well, where did this come from? We haven't seen that in the past. It's because of being in our normal tangential system. Because before, ux, uy, and uz, they did not change. They were constant. So if I took a dot of any of these, it would all equal 0. Not so anymore. So remember, like I said before, the velocity gets easier, the acceleration gets harder. So we now come up with this right here. You see that I have to take into account the fact that my direction is changing. So v dot represents the change in the magnitude of the velocity. Am I slowing down or am I speeding up? While ut dot represents the rate of change in the direction. Now, if I plug all of this into my earlier equations, what I get is the following. I get v dot times u of t plus v squared over rho times u of n. Or there's a tangential and a normal component to the acceleration. Tangential is slowing or speeding me up, and then the normal component is actually turning me. Okay, it turns you around a particular point. It's changing the direction of your velocity. Now, the tangential component is tangent to the curve in the direction of increasing or decreasing velocity. The normal or centripetal component is always directed toward the center of curvature of the curve. So this is where it's different. Remember how we talked about this in the XYZ plane? The acceleration in those cases, we were saying, well, it's not usually along the path. Since we have a tangential direction, a tangential component, we do have a component that is directly tangent to our path. That's just because of how we're defining everything. We define that there is a direction that is tangent to our path, and therefore there is a component of the acceleration that is tangent to our path. We could have had this before, we just would have had to change our coordinate system, and you don't normally do that when you're using Cartesian coordinates. Sorry, Cartesian components. Now the normal centripetal component is always directed toward the center of curvature. Remember that center of curvature, it moves at every instant in time unless you have a constant shape like a circle. And finally, bringing it back always, we have our nice little acceleration right there. The magnitude acceleration vector is simply magnitude of the two components. Okay, so we're going to stop there. The next time we're going to go into some special cases of motion. So I hope this helps you. Please don't forget that there is a tangential and a normal component to the acceleration, and that normal component is v squared over rho, which if you've taken a physics class, that should probably be fairly familiar, and that it's how it gets centripetal force. Which is the force that pulls you towards the center, or pulls you, pushes you down in your seat when you turn. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.